Good day, you're watching Beyond the Test Drive, and about 3 weeks ago I started using this brand new system from Mother's. It's their California Gold ceramic system. The tagline is ceramic made easy, and I'm always on the lookout for a simple system to use. I'm not a professional detailer. I just like my cars to have some protection on them, keep them fairly clean. And there is another brand that I've been using for quite a while. I'm very happy with that, but I reached out to Mother's and they sent me this system, and no strings attached for me to try it out. 3 weeks later, we're going to, for the first time, try the actual wash and wax that goes with this system. So the system is 3 parts. You get a polish, ceramic polish that does some mild paint correction. You do not have to use a machine. You can do it by hand. And then they have a spray wax, a ceramic spray wax, and then finally it's this wash and wax. Each one of these seems to be about $16 or $17 on Amazon. I'll leave links down below if you want to try it out after you watch this. But yeah, it's not, you know, pretty reasonably priced. Again, I think, well, anyway, let's just go back to 3 weeks ago when I started using this. I want to demo this on the hood. I'm not going to make you guys watch me do the whole car, but we'll do the whole system on the hood here. So first things first, definitely it's got to be cool, it's got to be dry, which means shade. Right now only the hood of my car is in shade. My shade is moving that way, so that's why I'm starting up here. Let's see, it says dispense a small amount. This is our polishing pad. This is a very low, this is pretty much for cleaning, not for like abrading or cutting. And it also says you can use a machine on this, but you know, we're the regular consumer working in 1 to 2 foot sections. And then the interesting thing here is that you want to put it on and then kind of take it off immediately. It says do not let the product dry. So we're going to take it off with this microfiber, and then we do have a nice polishing or buffing cloth to use after that. So yeah, let's go ahead and give it a whirl. Obviously you have to shake it well. I already sort of pre-shook this. All right, I think we're pretty well shaken up. So pull up on that, it kind of opens it. There is a piece of paper in there you got to remove, of course. So we'll just do one there, one there, one there, and one there. Let's try that again. Polish it until do this. Less is always more on these things. So again, hand polishing. Try to spread it around. Takes a little bit of elbow grease. It says overlapping motion. Do not let it dry. All right, it's not the easiest, but I'm pushing pretty hard, but that's what you'd expect. Definitely a machine. It's going to give you the results you want better than this, but okay. Let's remove it. I said do not let it dry. This is a clean microfiber. Ooh, that's smooth. Definitely feels some surface imperfections, but overall really smooth compared to up there. Yeah, okay, it's doing a job. I'll go ahead and just do a little bit of this on there. All right. All right, I'll go ahead and finish the hood. Now, a couple things I'm learning as I went on the hood here is you have to get it off pretty quickly. So I'm going to work in smaller sections than the 2x2. A little bit of high spots I've been working off here. The other place here, I'm going to try this, is there's some water spots here I did not get out. So a little dab right here. I'm stubborn. All right, I gotta get that off. Yeah, it comes off a lot easier if you don't mess around. If you wait at all. All right, water spots are a little better. I wouldn't say they're gone. Definitely they got lighter. I guess I could do that a couple more times. Again, this is where machine polishing in a controlled environment definitely helps. Oh yeah, I think it's gone. All right, did get rid of those water spots. Took a little bit of extra effort. I just finished up. This door had a pretty big scratch in it. I can't even feel it. Once you get this done, now you're ready for the spray wax. Again, the directions here are spray it on, distribute it with a towel, use that one, and then wipe it off with another towel. So I actually have already started this. It actually is, it smells very, very nice. So I'm just going to do a little section up here. And distribute it. And then I also have found with this, it does smell good. It's very easy to go on. Just kind of, I do a little back and forth. I found that this thing will spray big areas, so maybe I got to adjust that so it will go all over. So you got to make sure you get all that. So that's my wet rag. Here's my dry rag. And just buff it out. Very, very easy. Yeah, I'm pretty pleased so far with this, guys. So pretty decently easy to use. Again, I don't want to sound like a broken record. This is like, smells great, super easy to use. Got to keep it shaken up. That's the key to this. And then we will be back 24 hours later to do the second coat. Again, I'm going to spend the evening finishing up this whole car and then come back tomorrow night with the second coat. Back to the present. You can see it's pretty dirty. It's been 3 weeks. There's been lots of rain. This car's been driven quite a bit. Just looking at the directions for the wash, it's 1 ounce per gallon in a bucket, or you can put this in a foam cannon. You can do that also. I'm just going to keep it simple today, like most people do. It's just a bucket and a hose. All right, I'm just going to pour a couple ounces in here. Just going to eyeball it. 1. That's probably 2. All right, let's fill that up. Probably had 3 ounces in there, so I put 3 gallons in there. More than enough for this car. But here's the moment of truth. This car has not been squirted down in 3 weeks. Let's just give it a whirl. I did do the windows a couple weeks ago. Looks like getting some really good water beading. All right, so you can obviously tell it's got something on it. I'm really curious about the wheels. Hope the wheels will come clean with just regular sudsies. Out here on the hood. Let's give her a whirl here. Now, one thing I noticed right off the bat with this is just how good it smells. I know that's not the most important thing, but it's always nice when something is pleasant smelling. All right. So a couple observations. Like the smell. It's not that sudsy, which I like because it's rinsing super easy. Let me go ahead and do this wheel. Now, what I am hoping is I do not have to do a wheel cleaner here. I'm not going to get into the barrels or anything right now, just to spare everybody. But again, the car has been driven the last 3 weeks. Definitely, probably almost 1,000 miles. Over 1,000 probably. So these wheels definitely get a lot of brake dust on them. But I'm liking this. I'm liking the fact that I don't have to do too much here. Of course, they weren't that dirty, so. All right. Very nice. No wheel cleaner needed. Okay, fully rinsed. We'll dry this. Obviously, it did not survive the wiper area, which is not unusual, but it did do pretty well on that glass. Yeah. Definitely like the fact that it's easy to rinse off. It's not like super sudsy. Now, if the car were really dirty, I think it would still do pretty good, but yeah, nothing like coated car and watching those water beads. Okay, this Mazda CX-9, this blue mica paint, which is absolutely gorgeous. It does have a lot of chips on the hood. The question is it smooth like 3 weeks ago when we first put this on there? And yes, it's nice and smooth. So I'm going to give a A+ to the Shampoo being able to bring this back to like it was 3 weeks ago. Okay, some final thoughts after using all three of these things. Definitely like all three of these products for their ease of use. Again, this actually was surprising. I like something that I can just do by hand and get some swirls out. Easy to use. Of course, you work in small sections on that. This was a joy to use. No issues there, other than it does spray wide areas. So as far as spraying, you know, you got to be careful where you spray it, but it will spray a big area. And then this did exactly what it should do. It just did a nice cleaning, get this stuff back to the way it was right after I put this on. Now, something to keep in mind, I did do 2 coats of this 24 hours apart. And the other thing to keep in mind is I did a full deep clean of this paint. I did a strip wash of it. I did a chemical decontam. I did a physical decontam. The 3 products or 4 products that I used to do that, I'm gonna also put those links below if you're interested in any of that. So again, all these are linked below. We probably make pennies if you buy through those links. Not a big deal. I just want to make sure you can get easily to this product if you want to try to use it. Last thing, I cannot speak to longevity of this. This has just been 3 weeks. The real test is, could this do 6 months, which is sort of like my standard. So I will be putting this up against the other system that I use and seeing if it can go 6 months all through the winter into the spring. So subscribe if you want to see that and not miss it. Again, let me know if you have any questions or comments. If you've used this system yourself, let everybody know your thoughts on that below in the comments. So thanks for joining us on this quick review of what I think is a really, really good product. I'm saying that impartially because of the ease of use. That's the main thing. Ease of use. Price-wise, it seems to be decent value. But yeah, give her a go, see what you think. And again, send me your questions below. Thanks for joining me today. And as always, have a great day, morning or evening, wherever you may be.